Hey y'all, hope y'all are doing well. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you had a good September. I know the market's been down, so that's probably, uh, uh, in people's minds for sure. It's in mine. I think we were down like 10% for the month of September. There's probably questions in your head like, what do I do? There might be some people out there that are sitting on some cash. And as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, what do we do with this cash now that, within this market environment? Now, this isn't going to be an all inclusive list. It's just my thoughts. And I'll let some of the pros and cons, and I'll let you know the ones that I'm using. Okay. So, hope you enjoy. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Down in the pinned comment down below is a link to my Amazon Associates link. If you would use that, if you're a shopper on Amazon, what that does is it just Amazon, when you use my link, bookmark it. They send me small commission on qualified purchases, and it really helps me out. I think it's going to be about $50 this month from you guys, and I really appreciate that. Every penny helps in this environment. I get it. So thank you to all of you, and thank you for those that are using the link as well. So let's get going. So what we're looking at, number one on the list, credit card debt, right? I looked up to see what the average credit card interest rate is nowadays. Mine is variable. Personally, mine's like at 16%. I don't carry a balance, so that doesn't really affect me at all. But I looked this up, and it says the average APR for brand new cards is closer than ever to 19%. So if you could pay off credit card debt, if you have cash available and you have credit card debt, it's definitely important to pay that off, right? Because if you're paying, this is just the average. There's some credit card interest rates out there in the 20s, like mid 20s. That's a guaranteed return on your money, essentially, right? So if you're paying 19, 20% interest on a credit card and you pay that off, you're keeping that money, if that makes sense. So paying down credit card debt is a great way to use excess cash. If you have low interest rate debt, right, like 3%, 4%, because there's a lot of people that had 1.9% car loans. Don't bother paying that off, honestly. That's next to free money, basically. But if you do have 18% credit cards, 25% credit cards, pay those things off. All right, so next up, online savings account. Now, this is one that I use, and this is Wealthfront. They do have an affiliate link, but I'm not going to bother. It's their affiliate link is if you also have them manage your money. I don't. I just use what they call their cash account. Okay. And that gives you a 2.55% annual percentage yield. Now, inflation's over 9%. It's not going to keep up with inflation. But this is where I funnel all my cash. Okay. So all my cash that comes in gets funneled into here. And then once a month, whatever I need gets funneled back out, and I pay the bills. There might be one or two out there that pay, 2.6 or 2.7%. I've been using Wealthfront for a number of years, and the ease of it, I'm not going to bother moving to someone else for a 0.15 more in interest rate, right? So that's Wealthfront. Check it out. 2.55% on idle cash. It's, to me, that's a no-brainer. If for your bill money, your short-term money. Next up, this will be probably controversial. CDs, honestly. 1 year CDs paying 3%. 5 years you can get up to, I think, 4% here, 4.25. But for me, 3% versus I can get my money like right now from Wealthfront at 2.55. I'd rather be in the Wealthfront than a CD, but there's some people out there that like CDs and they just want to park the money and then cash it out at the end of the term. So CDs is an option. Next up, I-bonds. Now, I-bonds, you can buy from the Treasury, U.S. Treasury Direct.gov. It's actually treasurydirect.gov, not U.S. treasurydirect.gov. But they are currently paying a 9.62% interest rate, and you can get that interest rate through October 2022. I think those you can get it if you get it now, you lock it in for 6 months. Then it resets to whatever that current inflation rate is at that time. Because currently, actually, the I-bonds have a 0% interest rate. Okay, because there's two components to an I-bond. It's the interest rate and there's the inflation rate. And right now, the interest rate is a big fat 0. The inflation rate is 9.62%. So essentially, what this is you're not really technically making any money. Okay, so inflation is 9.62%. You put your money in an I-bond and it's going to give you the 9.62% that inflation is eating up. So you're not losing purchasing power when you go into I-bonds. I did do a video on it. I'll link it up top down below because there are some little more intricacies in there. Where there's only a $10,000 a year limit per taxpayer or per social security number. There's some other things like that. So check out the video, but I-bonds is a great way to park some cash to shield it from inflation. And last but not least, stocks. Why not? I know this year has been rough on the stock market. Right? If we look on the screen here, we're looking at VOO, which is the Vanguard 500 S&P 500 fund, and it's down 25% for the year. Now you're saying, well, it could go lower. Well, this is the thing. What is your cash for? Do you have cash that's for the long term? Stocks might make more sense than a short-term cash account or I-bond or something like that. You say, well, GW, it's down. Why do you want to buy now? Well, when you look at a chart, right, you look at a chart like this, I just challenge you to zoom out, right? Zoom out to the max. This goes all the way back to 2011 or something like that. There's few opportunities here, right? If you look at this history in the past 10 years, there's only a handful of opportunities to buy at a discount, right? So if we look here at, let's see, what is this? September of 2018 through, what is that? What's the bottom there? See if I can catch it. Through December 21st, you got an 18% discount. Okay. And then it ran up. And then of course, March 2020, pretty much the flash crash. Let's see if I can catch this because it's so, tight right here. I probably can't. You got a 25% discount on stocks at the time. Okay. And then it ran up. Okay. Now where are we at now? Okay. Then that's only, a handful of times. You really didn't have much. Well, you did have something way back here in 2011. But if we go back here to, let's catch the top there, December 31st, 2021 to today, 23.4% discount on stocks. The market doesn't give that many opportunities. Could it go lower? Abso-freaking-lutely. But you could just scale in and start buying. I think, where else are you going to put your long-term money? There's a lot of people that say, hey, stock market's going to zero. Hey, the stock market goes to zero, cash ain't going to do nothing for you. Trust me. You're going to have way more problems than worrying about cash. Cash, if stock market goes to zero, your cash is trash. Okay? You better have, that's a subject for another video. You better have other means of survival, is what I'm saying. So stocks, I mean, you can pull this up. You can pull this up, to some popular. Let's pull up SCHD. That's a popular one. Pays about a 4% yield. And let's look at the max all the way down to 2012. It's actually not down very much, but you'll see in March of 2020, it gave you a 30% discount. And currently, SCHD is at a 19% discount. So I'm talking off highs. So if you look at just a year-to-date chart, it looks scary. But I just challenge you, zoom out, and buy and hold could be a way. SCHD gives you a 4% yield. You could get 4% on your money plus any capital appreciation in the future. I know there's a lot of people that say, well, the bottom's not in yet. Well, who calls the bottom, right? I guarantee you, I think there was one person that called the bottom, right? Back in 2008 or something like that. And guess what? I guarantee you will not be that one person. So, and I won't either. So, hope you enjoyed this 5 ways to do something to do with your cash. So, hope you enjoyed. Remember, comment down below. Let me know what your ways of doing cash, holding your cash, or whatever you're doing with your cash today is. Use my Amazon link. I'd appreciate that. You guys are awesome with that. And hope you have a good October. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.